Hello everyone, my name is Andrew, today we can see learning Python, and today we'll create an analytics for our Python program. So let's start. But wait, before we start that video, I recommend you checking out my new course. There are lots of errors, lots of mistakes that many programmers make, and I decided to create a new course that sums up all of these errors, all of these mistakes, and gives you real solutions on how you can improve your code, improve your structure, your business, your company, and so on. And if you want to write better code today, then just check out that course. I, of course, mentioned lots of things in my YouTube videos, but if you want to get into details, then that course is for you. So just check it out, link is in the description, and let's continue with the video. Once again, today we'll create an analytics for that simple Python program. And if you have no idea what is that and have never worked with Telegram before, then I'll just explain it to you real quick. So we have a Telegram, a messenger, and we can write bots for that messenger. So as you can see, I already tested and recorded another video using that bot. And we're going to create a simple analytics for that bot because it's very important to run analytics. And I think you all know that if you have analytics, if you have your data in front of you, it's easier for you to manage your program. It's easier for you to find bugs, problems, know your audience, and so on. So analytics are always beneficial. And today we'll create an analytics, very simple one for that program. So what is that? We have Telebot, once again for Telegram Messenger. Telebot, it's a library which allows us to write bots. And we have a bot token, so bot token in that .env file. I didn't want to use environs, as I did it in all of my other videos, but yeah, I just opened that file, read it, and created a new bot using that Telebot token. Okay, then I'm writing that bot on message handler, so if I write some text to my bot, so if I write some text, my bot needs to send me another message to my chat ID, so send a message to reply to me with you wrote and message text. So let me just run it, and of course we run our bot with bot polling. So let me just run it and I'll show it to you. So if as you can see, it already answered ASD. If I write 1 to 3, as you can see, you wrote 1 to 3. 4, 5, 6, you wrote 4, 5, 6. So it's a very simple program, and nothing very fancy about it. So what we are gonna do right now? Right now I wanna add analytics with 3 rules. So the first rule is gonna be, we want to see every message. We want to see every message. Second rule is we want to see total messages count, and we want to see total or unique users count, like that. So we want to see 3 of those things, and we also want our analytics to be very simple, not to rewrite our whole program. We want our analytics to be very easy to read, and we want it to be very quick. Okay, so what do I mean by quick is that we don't rewrite a whole lot of our code. So I don't want to copy myself and all that stuff. So if you're talking about analytics, then you really don't want to rewrite your whole program. Why is that? Because if you do that, maybe there are some better ways to connect analytics to your application. Because in 99% of the cases, you'll use some separate tools, some separate providers for your program analysis. And in our case, we'll write our own. So I'll just show it to you. And when you write your own analytics, always know that you don't need to rewrite your whole program, because that is not how the things should be done. Of course, you can do it, but not in lots of cases. It's kind of an exception. And as it is said in Python, then exception is not exceptional enough to break the rules. So yeah, let's just write our analytics. So once again, we don't want to rewrite a whole lot of our code, and with that, decorators can help. So analytics is a special decorator, so decorator, which will help us to decorate all of our handlers. So as you can see, every handler, and handler is like when I send a message, when I send an image, a video, or something else, is a function, so define on message, and that is a decorator. So we can use our own decorator analytics with function callable, and we can use define analytics wrapper right inside of it. Let me just quickly return it, analytics wrapper. So if you have never worked with decorators before, then you should know that When we're talking about functions, we can use every function as an object in Python. So in our case, we don't use analytics wrapper as a function because I don't use my parentheses. I don't call it. I just like link to that function. And what I'm saying right here is define analytics will accept a function. In our case, that function will be onMessage, and that function will be changed using our analytics wrapper. So for example, what I can do here is return just func, like that. And after that, we replace our old function, so onMessage function, with our new function, which is analytics wrapper. But because we used our func right here, we don't actually replace it. We just like upgrade it, like change it a little bit, because our initial function is still there. So it's func. Initial function is onMessage. But after we write our analytics decorator, so after I use analytics here, like that with @sign, analytics, I'm saying that analytics wrapper is a new function that will have all the messages, and that onMessage function, so that whole function that I just highlighted here, is inside of func. So that is the whole idea. We change our function, so we change our initial function, which is func, to work with analytics. Okay, and what I'm saying here is that every time we receive a message, we need to send it to analytics. But as you can see, onMessage function accepts a message argument, and so should our analytics wrapper accept it. And because we call so onMessage function is literally like func, so onMessage func are the same. It's like the same function that we decorate. And because of that, as you can see, it accepts message, so we need to put that message here. Once again, when we receive a message, we go to analytics. That message we just received is located inside of our analytics, and we link or we give it to our function. Okay, and let's run it and let's see if everything still works. So 1, 2, 3, as you can see, you wrote 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, and everything works perfectly fine. Okay, so what we need to do right now? Right now, we need to write some code, but it's not that hard. Let's first of all see every message. We want to see every message. So let's print new message dot.text, like that. So that's just it. So that is the whole idea. We just print new message and message.text. Let's run it. And now if I write anything, for example, 1, 2, 3, you can see new message 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, new message 4, 5, 6. Very, very simple. If we want to see total messages count, what we can do is create a variable inside of analytics, total messages, which is equal to 0. And after that, every time we receive a new message, we can just increment that variable, total messages. But of course, we need to make it non-local. So non-local in Python is a special keyword that tells you that you can change your variable from your upper function, if I can say it like that, from your parent function. Well, not really parent function, but from the function where your function is located. Yeah, very, very simple explanation, but yeah, I think you know what I mean. And non-local just allows us to change our total messages. And after that, we can just write the total messages here, but let me just do it like that. And total messages. And total messages here. Okay, let's run it. And let's go here. 0, 0, 0. As you can see, total messages 1. 1, 2, 3. Total messages 2. 3, 4, 5. Total messages 3. So it's very, very simple program. And the last thing that we need to do is we want to see our unique users count. So if we're talking about unique objects, what we can do is use our set. So users equals set. Very, very simple. Users equals set. Set is a list with only the values that are unique. So we only can put unique values inside of our set. And what we can do here is just say if message.chat.id, so the ID of our users, the ID of our chat that we are into, is not in, or just not in users, then what we can do is users.add message.chat.id, and that is the whole, not the whole, but that is a part of our code that will allow us to only store unique values inside of our users. So what do I mean? User set is a set of unique values. Yeah, set of unique values. And I'm saying that if our message chat ID is not inside of users, then we add it to our users. The whole idea. If it's not inside, we add it. And after that, what we can do is create a new function, a new variable, total or unique users equals 0. And let's make it non-local as well, unique users. And if our if our users, so if we found a new user, so our user was not inside of our user set, and that means that our user is a unique one, then what we are saying is unique users plus equals 1. And after we are done with unique users, let's say that after we are done with our code, let's say that unique users is unique users. So that is the whole idea. Once again, users is a set of unique values. And I am saying that if our chat ID, so if our user ID was not inside of our user's chat, so not inside of our user's chat, we increment our unique users, or sorry, user set, not chat. If our message chat ID is not inside of our user set, we add it to our set, to our container, and we increment unique users by 1. And after that, I'm saying that new message, total messages, and unique users is a unique user variable. And let's just try to run it right now. So let me just run it. And 1, 2, 3. As you can see, total messages 1, unique users 1. And as you can see, when I'm writing new messages, we can see that new messages are incoming to our bot, so we can receive them. Total messages is 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And unique users is 1, because still I'm writing to my bot from one account. But if I will try to use my phone, so use my phone and write something else, for example, HHH, like that, as you can see, unique users goes to true, so it increments. Why? Because we only increment once the new users sends a new message to our bot. That is the whole idea. Okay, so that is a simple analytics for any application in Python. So of course you need to change that analytics for your specific library, for your specific environment, but it's very simple because we only use decorator. So if we want to change our code, like the other code that talks to user, that talks to a database, so the code of our application, if we want to add analytics, then the only thing that we need to do in that pattern is create our analytics wrapper and just simply add decorators to our desirable places. That is the whole idea. Okay, so it's a very simple analytics. Of course, you need to do something else if you're working with real application, and if you want me to continue with analytics, with all that stuff, then just write that down in the comments. So subscribe to my channel, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my GitHub, and good luck!